alone. And Diddy didn't do it, huh? George Bush Senior. Rest in heaven, George Bush Senior. So what did George Bush want us to know? What does he want us to know from beyond? Well, you know what? It's a lot of things. You know, I'm not even in depth do I think he'll tell us what the Gulf War was for. But we could try.
That's all right.
George Bush, what do you want us to know? Even in death, this man is having trouble walking. He is walking on a cane. Very nice suit. You know what's funny? He's smiling and his energy is very friendly and forthcoming. He's smiling. And he's laughing at me. He laughing at me.
Rich bitch.
Huh? He laughing at me. Okay. The first thing that he brings up and he says, who is McCamey? Who is that?
He just died. He is a liberal Republican. He had Vice President Biden and President Obama do his eulogy. He banned Trump from coming to his.
Oh, okay. The first thing he says when he walks up on me is McCamey. He said McCamey and he laughs. So he makes McCain. Is it McCain? Let me see. Y'all know I don't really keep up with this stuff.
McCain just died about 2 months ago. He banned he banned Trump from coming to his funeral. He asked Obama to do his eulogy. He is a liberal Republican.
I'm trying to get familiar with who this man is. Okay, John Sidney McCain the third passed away in August. Okay. So he speaks on this man. He said this man last name when he approached me and he was smiling, acknowledging that apparently they're gonna be linking up in the afterlife. Okay, and he had a positive relationship with this man apparently. He's sitting down in the chair and he's sitting down and he said, woo, like this shit taking a lot out of him. And so he asked me what did I want to know. Like an interview. He asked me what did I want to know. And he's showing me the universe right now above his head. And I guess he's just making reference to the point that I'm spiritual. I do like the universe. I'm really into everything that's going on in the universe. And he says that global warming is real. Global warming is real. He said he made a lot of mistakes during his presidency. He kind of overstepped on some things. And he said that he had some moments of greed. He regret not doing some things as far as like the environment. But at the time when he was in office, it was not important. He said that he was really focused on making money as far as like dealing with the gas prices and things of that nature. And he speaks on skyrocketing gas prices and things like that in the future could have been prevented when he was in office.
Did he make any money off of the Gulf War personally?
No, he said that they lost money. They lost money when they had the Gulf War.
Did he intend to make money off of the Gulf War?
No. No. He said the Gulf War was strictly about boundaries being crossed.
Okay.
He say in terms of things dealing with global warming, he said that he owns a mass supply of oil in the United States. This is what he's saying. And he said that to keep the United States safe, they would rather take oil from overseas to keep down some kind of way by them taking oil from overseas instead of using what's in the United States. It keeps the gas prices lower in the United States, and it keeps the environment kind of equaled out environmentally. Like if they start pumping our gas sources and our oil sources in the United States, this is what he's explaining. He said that we'll start having more natural disasters, earthquakes, and stuff like that from pumping it.
Okay. And saying that, did he not try to bogart the South, who we in war with? Did he not try to bogart their oil?
Yes, he did. He did.
So that's malicious.
He said it was not done out of malicious intent. He said that we needed that oil. He said we needed that oil. He said at the time he was doing what he had to do for his people.
Our country.
Yes, he said he was doing what he had to do for his people at that point in time. He said it was not done out of malicious intent. He said if you look at the billions of Americans that needed their oil, he said they got plenty and they're just sitting on it. He said what's malicious is keeping it to yourself, and he started laughing and fixing his tie. He said he don't have any regrets about that.
Okay.
He said he don't have any regrets.
Okay.
Not even that his children, like, they may see it, they may not. Anything got to do with Trump in it, I tag him in it and he see it. But he don't have any regrets about that war because we needed that oil. He said he owns, again, he makes reference to a mass supply of oil that he does have ownership of in the United States. But he said they cannot pump from that because it'll cause natural disasters. And so it makes more sense to him to take the oil from overseas, keep the United States safe. Yes, environmentally safe. Yeah. He said if we start pumping oil in the United States, he said the gas prices are going to skyrocket even higher than they are now. He said, and we're going to start having mass disasters.
Okay. Does he agree with Trump?
Does
he agree with Trump?
No, he don't agree with Trump. No. He said that there is a harsh lesson that America has to learn, and he said Trump is going to teach it to him. He said that social media, he said the new millennium gives a false impression. They get a false impression from the internet. They believe anything that you tell them, anything that they read, they believe it. He said, so they living in a false sense of reality. He said, nothing is being hidden from any of you. Nothing is being hidden. He said, it's all right there. You ignoring it, and you really are listening to fake news. You listening to fake news. He said, fake news is being created. It's written every day all over Twitter, he said.
Honestly, what in the spiritual world, was Obama a good president? In the spiritual world.
He said that Obama was a very impressive president. He said he was very impressed with Obama. He said because he talks about him being young and free-spirited. He said he didn't know what he was going to do, and he laughed. He said, for Christ's sake, he was talking about basketball. He said it scared the shit out of all of us. He said, but he was very impressed with Barack. He said he was very impressed with Barack and disappointed that they gave him such a hard time. He said he really did try. He said he really did try as far as like the economy. He said, but you can't clean all that up. He said it's not fixable. He said my son, he talks about his son, and he said his son did the best that he could, and he shows me his son giving money away on his way out, giving away money. And he said that was his way of trying to make up for the mistake that he made. But he said Obama did the best that he could. You can't, he said one man cannot fix the world.
Yeah.
He said the thing that America need to understand is that a president is a spokesperson for the people.
Right.
So yes.
Yeah.
And he laughed and he said UFOs are real. And he laughed. But he said that Trump is gonna teach us teach America a harsh lesson. He said the next time that we get a president, we'll appreciate him.
Yes.
And he said to remember when you get on social media and you write things or you say things, that there are really people out there that believe what you're saying, and you need to choose your words wisely. He said because in a little while, he said all this free will, people can do what they want to. He said that it's going to get worse, and he said people are going to say more bad things, and he said simple words can destroy the world. He said honestly. He said there are so many things universally that he wanted to say. He said, but we not the only ones. We are not the only planet with living people on it. We are not the only people in existence in the universe. He said there are other functioning planets out there. He said that he still remains